are closed, have closed. You know, it's a long list of them. Like, you can name your favorite spot, right? Between SoCo, Lovers Rock, Rogers Garden,
Sweet BK.
Yeah.
Sweet BK, Bedvine.
Yeah.
A lot of these spots are closing.
Yeah.
Bodega closed.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's disheartening to see that a lot of these spots are closing in a situation where those were the spots that, as a black person in Brooklyn, you felt like you could go to, have a good time, have a good vibe, and not feel like it was pretentious or not feel like you had to, you know, not be yourself. Like, they curated a certain kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And talking to some of the owners of these spots and just talking to other restaurateurs and business owners in Brooklyn, you know, I think it falls into like three different, I guess, themes, right? Mm-hmm. Some people have rent issues with the landlords, but they signed a lease at like X. The landlord saw they was lit, so they tried to like 3 or 4X them out of nowhere. And then it was a pandemic and, you know, it didn't work out that way. Mm-hmm. Or it was a staffing issue where you had a great staff, lost that staff, and then from a service perspective, they lost their ability to maintain, you know, a good standard. Mm-hmm. You know, the other thing too, that actually talking to the rib she raised is like, yo, part of what it is some spots are losing popularity because people are aging out of these spots, right? So the spots that we would have gone to, like the SoCos and spots like that, and not to single them out, right? But it's just like, think about it. 10 years ago, we was going to these spots. We was lit. We was getting dressed, going to these spots. The vibe now is you go into a spot, you standing shoulder to shoulder with strangers, listening to to a playlist or like live music. The vibe curation is different. Right. We've aged out of certain things, and most of our vibes now is we going to somebody brownstone.
Right. A beautiful brownstone.
Beautiful. It's tremendous brownstone. Tremendous. Several floors and several doors.
Very well done. Very well done.
I've seen it. Tremendous.
Yeah.
We love that though.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So it's like we aged out going to these spots. So the 20-somethings with their first check, or the new fake wokes and all that, their vibe is different. Yeah. Right? So that was an interesting conversation that she had with me, because then when I spoke to some owners about it, it's like, you know, some people feel like people aren't supporting, but it goes back to my ongoing battle with Autograt. Right? And junk fees, right? And it's just like, I just came from my mother-in-law's birthday luncheon, 14 people. Yeah. And the Autograt was 18%. That's not bad at all.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Yeah. Not at all.
No.
And the check was not crazy. The bill was not crazy. Nice. Right?
What's this establishment, might you ask? We know they haven't paid you anything, but
no, I'll plug them because they official. Shout out to Stella's BK.
Okay.
On 9th Street in South Slope, Park Slopes.
They just reopened. They had a fire.
Yes.
I had tried to go to them, and it was like a week after they had a fire. But okay, they're back open.
It's tremendous. Okay. Shout out to them. The owners are lit. Shout out to the staff. Tremendous. I've done like 2 or 3 great Yelps about them already. Like it's a dope spot. Okay. Like,
that is not Carlitoville.
I know, but it's right by my son's baseball spot where he plays baseball at T-Ball. Okay. Shout out to KJ. So it's right there. So we go there sometimes after his games. But it was dope, right? The 18% was well earned, and that piece around service is not stressed enough. And I think sometimes people don't realize is that if I'm a black, well, I'm a black, right? But it's like I got options, right? So if I'm trying to figure some shit out to do, and I go to your spot and you look at me like, this nigga Janalo, like, he's a black, I'm over blacks and I just work here, and your service is off and your shit is trash. And I'm not saying any of the spots we mentioned had this issue, right? But I'm just saying from a general perspective of context in terms of why some people get turned off by black spots. The menu is written mad aggressive, like 20% on every check.
Yeah, that's a big part of it, is the rules. Then the way they say it to you.
All drinks are final. If you don't know what the fuck you drinking, and don't fucking drink a drink, fucking drinking. Meanwhile, at a white spot, I'm like, hey, so, the spritz versus the lager, which you to try everything on the menu?
They're like, hey,
One second. And even last night, I went to a spot and I'm like, hey, you have a Pilsner here? He's like, you usually get old fashions. I'm like, yeah, but Pilsner, you want to try it? Just a little bit. Nigga brought me a half a cup.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? So it's just like,
it's different.
and yes, I understand that black businesses have a higher barrier to entry and all of I understand the business aspects of it. It's more expensive. At the same time, it's a service industry. So service has to always be at the forefront. Mm-hmm. People can't be waiting 45 minutes for a drink. You can't have, and me personally, my own pet peeve is aggressive security. I don't like aggressive security guards.
Yeah.
I don't like the bouncing niggas being aggressive with me. Don't talk to me crazy. Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Seriously, like a bouncing nigga one time tried to get wild aggressive with me, and the owner was like, yo, chill out. Like, he's not somebody that you want to do that with. And he wasn't saying that in the sense of like, I'm a tough, I'll shoot the shit up. It's more so like, yo, this nigga is a regular patron. Like, you got to relax. And after that, I saw that bouncer after that. After I showed my ID, he was like, why you showing me your ID? I'm like, because I don't want to get manhandled by you, Gennaro. Right? So,
I want to get manhandled by you. Yeah.
I think, the context I've gotten and my thoughts on it are my thoughts on it. But I love to get y'all perspective too, because y'all be outside just as much, if not more, and y'all have your own spots that y'all go to.
You caught the
no.
Because y'all be outside.
No, but it's more so like y'all put me on the spots, right? Like,
yeah,
I do. No, it's noticeable. I said I went to Kwanzaa Crawl, and I noticed like from when it began to now, the places were way more spread out. It's not as concentrated in Bed-Stuy, Crown Heights. Everything is way more spread out. I do think a lot of people have left the city, hence the aging out. People wanted to buy houses, like get more space. A lot of people have left in our age group. I know that is one factor. And I think that, I don't know, like people just have different, like I know I'm newly sober. And I think a lot of people aren't drinking. Like I get offended when I go and people want to charge me the same price for a cocktail for a mocktail. Because why?
Yeah, it's really just juice.
It's juice. You're giving me juice. Why are you charging $18 for juice?
Instead of that, you know what you do? Get the sparkling water.
Well, right. That's what I just get whatever they're non-alcoholic drinks.
Like, oh shit.
Ask them to put some seltzer. But yeah, I think there's lots of factors, but it is sad, and I do think that we need what?
18 for a mocktail.
It's
fucking
crazy.
crazy.
That's really wild.
It's crazy. I won't say the establishment, but they're in Bushwick. And rhyme with creative.
Creative?
I'm gonna use all my on that. Like,
I don't know.
But yeah, no, it's sad. I don't know, and I think I saw a news article on all these closures in Flatbush where there was a landlord that closed basically a row of business fronts because they're going to probably knock down the block and build up another apartment tower that no one asked for.
Yeah. That no one lives in
because
it's just be all 20% occupied.
Yeah, we need to be mad at Bill de Blasio, to be very honest.
Really? It was him?
Yeah, he was broke. He didn't have no money. So there was I'm paraphrasing things that have been shared with me about his term because I was a believer in Bill de Blasio because he was a very of the people type of mayor, and then I was around just far more conservative, fiscally minded, professionals. And they were just he was broke compared to Bloomberg, right? So you needed money to run that campaign of yours. Where do you think he got these dollars from? I mean, development shot through the roof after this guy. And it all that affordable housing talk was great, right? But then the way in which they calculated affordable housing didn't work for people who actually fucking needed affordable housing. So it was just really weird. And so all I know is that I hate de Blasio.
That's accurate.
And I really blame him because he came in with the whole I'm of the people bullshit and really was making all kinds of whatever deals. In a lot of my voting locally and, just in my attempts to understand how our systems work better, I'm often left really disappointed by how people have left this city at the so vulnerable to people who don't give a fuck about it. Just about making money off
for
of
themselves.
It. And I'm a big New York. I'm not a there's a lot of us that have gotten tired, and we're just tired of being like weathered by New York. So we're like, I always love it, but I gotta get the fuck out of here. I have a lot of friends like that, and I am definitely somebody that's like, I am born and raised here. I fucking love it. I love New York City. I love being from Brooklyn.
She's from Lower Calitoville.
This guy. You know what I mean? I love it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm really angry that like I'm not from like, it's no shade, but like not from like Tallahassee, right? Where the likelihood of me being able to buy where I was raised
right.
is so much higher than if I live here. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling someone the other day, like, New York is such a fucking costume right now. Everybody named Mother is a New Yorker somehow. You know what I'm saying?
I take the yellow line. What the fuck is the yellow line? Listen, ain't no yellow line, ain't no red line. It's the 2 train, the 2 train. Learn the fucking nomenclature.
Yeah, but this is
and curb your fucking dog.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
We punt dogs. Just kidding.
But when I think about what's happening to like our local third spaces, it's really because these spaces. This is the story of what happens in every spot that is upheld by a marginalized culture. It becomes sexy. People become attracted to the sexy. They move into the neighborhood and they fuck the environment up for what was sexy. It no longer can last there because it either can't exist physically,
right,
or the people who move in impose their culture on the neighborhood. And we see that in Brooklyn a lot. Niggas love coming here for the culture. They love all that, whether it's bachata in fucking Washington Heights in the middle of the night, they love to see it on your NYC. But when they fucking moved over here, that's when they're like 311, shut it down. We don't want to see it no more.
The jerk chicken's delicious, but that Juvette, shut it down.
You know what I'm saying? And we see it all the time. So in development, naturally, the same thing happens. People are attracted to this.
I want to ask you this too, because you understand the space, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the fact that growing up, we saw shit like Brown Sugar and Boomerang, all these movies where it's like, once you had a job, you had like that loft apartment, a fancy apartment, and now everybody got a fucking roommate.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about that? Like, most people that live in New York now, if you're not a 1%er, you got a fucking roommate.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But that's the culture. Like development, a lot of these real, and you would know more about the real estate space though, but like there are people who renovate with the idea that they're going to get more per room as opposed to like a family where they could use this full space for themselves. So you're set.
Guilty.
So there's a lot. So when I say
shame on her.
When I say development,
yo, she bad guilty. Look at her. You see how guilty she is right now?
When I say development is like a
look,
big
this
deal.
is money. This is money she got. That could have a family could have rented one of her 85 doors, and instead, them 85 is 85 times 6.
I am resisting by staying in my neighborhood and making it comfortable for me and my future family. That's how.
But in the meantime, these doors are gonna get filled by several Solomon Northrups and Connors and Tenners. That's the money she got from renting out spots for 30% above what it should cost.
Get
your coins though. Listen, get your money. Get your money.
That's egregious.
Get your money. I'm not mad at you. Get your money.
I think that there should be, again, the affordable housing that was promised is not what has been given.
Yeah,
and I do think that has to be done over.
Yeah.
If you're poor right now, like it's really listen, Fernando Ferreira said this shit in what was that? Bloomberg ran, what was that, 02, 06? Whenever Bloomberg ran against Ferreira for the first term, he said, if I lose in 15 years, it'll be a tale of two cities.
Yeah.
He wasn't fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Because Bloomberg literally opened the door. Yes, certain shit went well, right, in terms of development. We're not going to talk about stop and frisk and all that. Just pure real estate.
Yeah.
He opened that shit up to people to come here and park money and buy shit and do the most. And
empty apartments. There.
So all of these developments, right? If right now I'm a real estate mogul, I'm gonna try to build some shit in New York because the tax abatement is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be able to, even if it's full, I'm gonna leave it as a rental. I'm not making it a condo. So I'm gonna forever make money off of this shit. I'm gonna probably make $50K a month in rent on a mortgage that might be 10 or 20. my money is gonna double crazy, and my tax abatement is 10 years, 20-year tax abatements, like.
Yeah, but then why weren't they forced to get to give back? Like there should I don't think there's anything wrong with encouraging.
There is a certain amount of certain apartments got to be left for regulars, but for a while, remember there was poor doors.
Yeah, well, I was gonna
Yeah,
say
it
that,
was
yeah.
right. You got to use the back door.
You
if
use
you
the
made
back
less
door to
than a
go
certain
in,
amount of
right?
money.
And
You live
Yeah,
on a certain
like,
floor.
right,
Literally.
you get certain floors and shit like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
so,
a separate entrance for the people that don't pay market.
Yeah.
value.
right. So think about it.
Fucking- yo,
If right now you live in
the
New York,
commitment to discrimination is fucking crazy.
if you live in New York right now, right, and you are a welfare queen or a welfare king, you good, right? Because you still have access to a shit ton of resources. You get Snap, you get Snapchat, all that. You good, right? If you're ultra rich, you're good. But everybody in the middle that just graduated from school, trying to figure it out, got a transit job, whatever. If you in the middle, you're fucked. With no protection, no lube,
Yeah,
you
no,
just
nothing.
you just
out
raw
here.
dog, like without a choice. You got no fucking choice in the matter.
Thanks for
That
the
sounds
visual,
like the
Piano.
R
Oh my
word.
goodness.
Hey, listen, it rhymes with grape, right? It's fucking sad because people come from other places, and I hear it all the time in my coffee. Shout out to Lips Cafe, shout out to Jermaine, shout out to the whole team over there.
Yep.
Hear it all the time. It's like, yeah, you know, me and my roommate got a great deal. We're only paying $1,800 each.
Yep.
And I'm listening. I'm just like, and they walking in with a fucking dog. It's like,
Why does everybody have? I'm
you have
sorry.
a dog at Chino? I'm gonna tell you why. And shout out to LaRib because we saw this last night. They either emotional support animals or they pussy and they get like an attack dog like a fucking Shar-Pei
Right.
or a Pit Bull or Rottweiler.
Right.
Not knowing that, nigga, if you pussy, your dog gonna be pussy too.
This is true.
Right? Like, you can't be soft and make your dog tough. It don't matter what breed it is. Because the dog's only gonna go off of your energy. Right? But it's like I see all the time in the morning, I'm walking with my latte, and then this nigga with a tough breed. And I'm like, nigga, I'll beat you and the dog up. Fuck out of here. Like,
Yeah, no, it's really crazy what has happened to New York. So when I say like it truly has become a bit of a costume, like I really mean it, and it's sad to say. It's just like because I mean, look what happened to Tama Open Streets. That was really an initiative to keep
that?
those businesses
The,
afloat, like with the in Bed-Stuy where they have that
That's
block
done?
party. Well, it hit TikTok, and these people lost their mind. They started treating the neighborhood like it was some club.
yeah, I saw that.
And so the residents are like, we live here. We don't want to see this anymore. And that
If I was one of them
fucking
homeowners, I would have had a problem too because every Juvette, when they come through and they want to park their cars anywhere and smoke their reefer, it's a fucking problem, right? Like when people don't respect your neighborhood, it is a fucking problem.
But I do think it's part of a larger issue of like gatekeeping, and like there's nothing that we can gatekeep anymore because everything is on the internet. Like everything, like everybody has to share. And I'm not saying, of course, you're having a good time, don't share, but like sometimes it's like it's just content. Like I went to go to blah 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 blah, and now it's part of an algorithm for people that want to see certain things. So
Yeah.
then it's not even like you're coming to be a part of it. You're really just coming to like watch.
Yeah.
Like and be
It's
like,
like a
a
weird kind of
spectator.
voyeurism.
Not to really just participate and be there and enjoy
Yeah.
yourself. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just old.
Even with Dumbo House, like I remember when Dumbo House, which is
Was
just,
black.
I remember a time when you went there and it was just like you was going there to do business.
Yeah.
Now it's people like by the pool or
Yeah.
they look at me. I'm at Dumbo House with probably one drink that you bought that you're gonna hold for the next 2 hours. Like
They have an awesome mocktail menu.
Do they?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
new.
the
Vegan
fake
pieces.
opulence is fucking
The
crazy,
last time I was there, I was still drinking.
right? And
I won't
The
go back.
that's the thing too. To your point about content and social media, is that most people now, regardless of age group, it's sad. I get sad when I see somebody that I know should know better, crashing out, and they got pictures of their plates, and they're forcing the issue. I'm just like, you can have a good time with the phone down. Like today, I was outside for a couple hours. My phones were in the corner, right? I'm in the moment. And I think some people, the dopamine of no invite, or a hard. Some people want to be able to get the no invite. Yo, nah, I ain't invite you because, right? They ain't heard enough Mel Robbins to know that if there's no invite, let them.
Wait, what?
The video, he either let them.
Meaning,
Mel Robbins.
if you're not
He
invited,
sent us the thing.
don't ask somebody
Oh,
why you
yeah,
weren't
that
invited.
one. Oh,
right?
yes.
So no, I do. I want black businesses to thrive because I look at the Lips Cafes, the Rum Bars, Sweet Catch, a shit ton of spots. Green Room, shout out to them over there.
That's black owned.
Yeah,
I think that the Gathering Spot is doing a Super Bowl thing there tomorrow.
I don't watch. Yo, I found out yesterday. Super Bowl is this weekend. I didn't even know.
Really? Good for you.
No, I just haven't had a day off I haven't had a day off in like 3 months. So I don't know what day to work. Like I don't know. But apparently Super Bowl's soon, so I guess I gotta
tomorrow.
order some wings and pizza but I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But honestly I want black businesses to win, but do we have any suggestions that we can propose for them to sustain in 2025 and beyond?
I would say, so my advice would be like 3-part. I think on the behalf of like the businesses themselves, maybe some more cross collaboration. If they're gonna program, for example, maybe Sweet Catch needs to be partnering with, I don't know, somebody else in their area. So that way they can continue to keep
Chef
that.
Suit. She's
But that network, you know what I'm saying? But build a community is what is going to keep people in business. So like if you can say me and these 2 other institutions in our local neighborhood are like partnering to keep these black spaces alive, I do not see, your communities not showing up for you and putting that money right back in your register. So I think in that sense, that would make a lot of sense. And then 2, for those that are like curators, like myself in some ways, like you have to do the extra step of making sure that you're not just exposing your culture for anybody to walk in and take it. You get what I'm saying? So like even when I like am doing folks ask me a lot about like, the Little Haiti or like the Haitian culture in general. And a lot of what I do first is like ask what they intend on like doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, who is this article for? What do you want? What are your hopes with this thing? When you walk through here, what do you want to do? You want to support the people here? Because that looks a certain way. Because
shout out to your dude. I don't know.
Nicholas?
Son. Yes.
Yeah.
But
you see him in Haiti, right?
Yeah,
you saw him in Haiti.
Speaking Creole and everything.
yes.
When I first saw it, I'm just like, yo, she with the ops. But then I followed this page and I saw it. And I'm just like, yo, you really. In that moment, I had to trust that you being who you are only going to stand behind things that you know are actually for the furtherance of the culture.
Yeah.
And I love his content, and I love how he's coming in as somebody that is literally trying to further it and just give a platform for certain things.
Yeah.
Yo, by the way, you can still go to Haiti. It's not all bad. You're not going to get unalived as soon as you get to the airport. Like, that's important because it's a very important, I don't want to say narrative, but it's more so like you got to dispel a myth that right now, oh my gosh, Haiti is still beautiful.
Yes.
Right?
That video you put up of, it was a Labadie?
Labadie, yeah, with all the white people.
I was asking, I had asked you, is that now?
That's now.
That's what you, on the cruise?
Now. You see, cruise ships have gone to Labadie for years. And
are they still going there right now?
Yeah, to this moment. Local Haitians are not allowed to go there. So like, yeah, it's blocked off. They're not allowed to go there. So it's just like all the Jamaicans that can't go to their beaches on the coast.
I saw that on Instagram too. So right now, I can get on a cruise ship and stop in Haiti.
Yes, if they're going to Labadie, you're in Haiti. That's where you are. The quietest kept, Turks and Caicos was a part of Haiti too at some point until I got sold off. Yeah,
history with hashtag.
Yeah, exactly.
Did not know that.
But like, no. So Labadie is a part of Haiti and it is private. So like, the locals don't go. And the cruise ships almost exclusively use it. So the footage of all these white people basking in those beautiful beaches is like absolutely present day.
That's crazy.
Because I asked you in the DMs if that was present day.
Yeah. Oh, did I not respond?
No,
I'm
you
sorry.
respond.
Sometimes
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
I'm not my followers is not up enough, so I'm not gonna get responded to and know that in the DMs I get it. It's like, who's this nigga? Who's the P&L in my DMs? I don't know this nigga.
Social media is so exhausting.
It
so
is. It is.
exhausting. Like I mean, and some people treat DMs like the phone.
Really?
Yeah, some people. So they were like trying to reach out like on a DM, and I'm just like, that is like not how you get my attention for real.
A
Like,
nigga DM me today, and I'm just like, why is this nigga DMing me?
Why
This nigga got all my phone numbers.
I'm like,
I
why
got
don't
3
you ping
phones.
me?
He got all the numbers.
I'm like, bro, like I am the way.
You know where I live, DMing me.
Like I'll just get to you so much faster if it's like on my actual phone than if it's like in the DMs. So sometimes it's just a lot. But I'm really proud of what he is doing, how he approaches his work too.
Nah, I rock with son.
Yeah. And he did say that in his view, late night Okap in Haiti is safer than late night New Orleans.
Nola's
Really?
mad dangerous.
Yeah, he was like, New Orleans at night is far more dangerous than his experience and Okap in Haiti at night.
Nola's mad dangerous.
I just think the rhetoric is they discourage us from going
Yeah.
there, going back, taking part, so that they could go
Yeah.
and take whatever piece
That's
that they
exactly
can get
it.
while we're fearful.
That's exactly
To
it.
go.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
So you say in terms of furthering black businesses, what's your
Just really
main-
just the businesses working together, you know,
Collaboration.
cannibalization wouldn't work. I think more collaboration will work. And then 2, you know, curators of vibes in general. Like it doesn't mean that we need to keep certain people out the vibe, but I think we need to take the extra step of branding the experiences for the rather identifying the primary audience and really doing a good job of cultivating something bespoke to them first before we're like, okay, come one, come all. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I'm in this largely Italian neighborhood, you know, doing something on behalf of the businesses in this neighborhood, it would have to reflect the neighborhood first. Like they have to be some foundational things that are happening to serve them first. And then at that point, we could be like, here's the special night where we opening it up to Italians and Russians over here. You know what I mean? Like, but until that, it's all Italian everything, you know? So I think, you know, as a people, we're very generous because we're very abundant in nature. But I think that, you know, maybe there's a time where we need to build some sustainability plans for our communities in terms of hospitality first. And
Sorry, Karen.
Yeah.
You can't have any coleslaw.
yeah, and it has to be a plan that includes the people who curate the vibes, who market the vibes, the influencers, the artists, you know, the people who get money for the real estate agents, the property owners. Everybody needs to be a part of that.
All right.
Yeah.
Jazzy, what about you?
I feel like we need to be in spaces that we own, because I think the variable is that other people control the capital and the literal little
Yeah.
space, and they can take it away
Whenever.
whenever they
That's
want or
correct.
increase it. And I think that the ownership part is a big part of it.
I 100%.
So let me ask you, because I've heard that if you're an owner of a multi-use building and it's vacant, you can write that up. You can write off the vacancy. So while the space is not being rented out, you can write off